Anyway, we are the entrepreneur couple. My name is Felicia.
I'm Dominique.
Okay.
And what's up? What's up? If it's our first time meeting you guys, we want to say what's going on. Tap this in there. Tap this some of you right here. What's going on? Real quick, guys. Let's do comment from you where you from. Let me know where you tapping in from this live stream from. What city you from? What state you from? And let me know if you can hear us real good. Give me a sound check, guys. Let me know you can hear us real good. But we are really excited today, and this journey started 2015 or 2017, would you say?
2015.
2015?
Yeah.
So
2016.
2016?
Mm-hmm.
So this journey started back in 2015. Well, no, it started in 2014 because I met you in 2014.
You met me in 2014, but our journey didn't officially start until like 2015, 2016.
Would you say the journey started when I came and I said I'm going to leave Applebee's?
The journey for you started. Yeah.
Well, I mean, your journey started, and my journey started in 1987. Yours started in 80.
But what journey you talking about?
We're talking about the entrepreneur couple journey.
The entrepreneur couple journey started, I would say, a few months after you quit your job.
So that would be 2015.
You're right.
December. Well, it was before December because I came to you. You remember that conversation? When we was in the car driving on Hempstead Turnpike?
Yeah.
Yeah? Share the people how the conversation went. Tell them, guys, this is the conversation that we had.
But the conversation, was it, you didn't tell me in the car that you was leaving. You told me when you was at home.
It was at home?
It was at home.
I think it was in the car.
No, it was at home.
Yeah, it was in the car.
No.
So the conversation went something like this, right? Felicia she was a couple months pregnant. I don't remember exactly how many months pregnant she was.
I wasn't pregnant yet.
You was having MJ.
No, I was
Yes,
not.
you was. I'm telling you. You want to know how I know?
Wait.
MJ was born in 2015. I left Applebee's in 2015 this January. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hold up. You're trying to tell me the time that you told me, hey, I'm going to leave Applebee's?
Yeah.
I was not pregnant.
Yes, you was.
If I was pregnant, I'd have been like, hell no.
But no, you were. Think about it. Think about it. MJ was born August 18.
Right. Uh-huh.
And I left Applebee's January 2015.
I was pregnant?
I left Applebee's New Year's, going into the New Year's. That's the last day I was at Applebee's. So you were already 1 month pregnant.
Yeah, but I didn't know.
You did.
You can't bring that up.
You did.
No. I
did.
probably knew a few weeks down the line. I don't think.
No, you did.
Okay.
You did. I think we found out probably going into the new year, right?
I don't know.
Right? But anyways, the conversation went something like this. Where's baby?
Marie?
Nicole.
No, do not call Nicole.
Marie
is here.
Oh, I just want to make sure she's good.
Yeah.
But the conversation started in 2015.
Right.
And I said, hey, Felicia.
No, it's okay.
I said, Felicia, you know I'm very good. Mm-hmm. I feel like I have these goals and these dreams, and I'm super talented.
Yes, he said.
But I feel like I'm not going to be able to accomplish some of the things that I want to get done working at Applebee's.
Right.
And I'm thinking about leaving my job. And I said, I am 90% good.
Right.
You remember that?
I remember that.
I said, I am 90% good. Like, you can count on me for 90% of the times. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to have those days where I'm going to have those moments where mentally I just don't know what the heck is going on. Mm-hmm. And I just need you to hold me down those 10. And I said, if you hold me down those 10, I'm going to make sure 90% of the time I'm always there and I'm always playing at that high level.
Right.
I don't know if I said high level because I didn't know what high level meant.
You didn't say high level, but you definitely said, 90% I'm there and I need you to help me with the 10.
With the 10.
Yeah.
Right. This is a question I don't even know if I want to ask this question on live. Do you feel like since I shared that with you, do you feel like I've been giving the 90%?
Hell no!
Hell no!
No,
my gosh. Guys, y'all heard that?
I'm just like...
Y'all heard she said hell no?
No. I mean, it's been a roller coaster. It still is a roller coaster.
It's still a roller coaster?
Yeah, it's a roller coaster.
But I did tell you I was going to change your life, though.
Yeah. Yes, you did. I think, we both changed each other's lives.
Yeah,
But, yeah, you came through 90%. I can say that. I mean, I can say from the previous men that I dated, not to compare, but to compare, that, You're top notch.
I'm top notch.
Top notch. You're
I'm
top
top
notch.
notch. I'm
you know?
top notch. I'm top notch.
Not to say that there isn't like interesting days. I don't want to say good or bad days, but it's just kind of days that be trying our relationship. However, we strong. We true to this. You feel me?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And this is one of the reasons why we wanted to do this conversation and why the entrepreneur couple started, because we wanted to show people what's possible and how they can create they can create a family, right? They can create a family. 2, they can have that fulfillment.
Yeah.
Right? And 3, that legacy, right? I think those are our 2 words for 2024. It was fulfillment and it was legacy.
Right.
And in order to have the fulfillment, you need to have that purpose. You need to have, this is Felicia's favorite word. You need to be, let's see if she could finish my statement. You need to be intentional.
But
you
you
need
made
to,
me say it first.
Oh, well, that's why I said you could finish it.
Okay.
Right, you need to be intentional. You started, right,
Yeah.
but you said it.
Right.
You need to be intentional with what it is that you do. One of the things that we've learned over the last couple of years is you need to have, God in the middle.
Definitely. God all over.
God all over, and sprinkle a little bit of love on there.
Right.
So that's one of the things that we've been practicing is God in the middle, sprinkle a little bit of love all around it, and be very, very, very intentional with everything you do.
Right.
And that's how this whole thing started. And
I mean, how the entrepreneur couple started that way, but it's like, those are things that we learned throughout the relationship.
I know when we started. We
Now
started
you know?
at our first weight loss challenge at Brenda's shop.
Started what? The entrepreneur
Yes,
couple?
that picture when me and you did, and we ran our first weight loss challenge, and that's
Yeah.
when we realized, like, oh snap, we're really good working together.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Because you told me that day. You was like, wow, we really good
We
working
really killed
together.
it.
But I guess the biggest thing for us was, at that time, before we went into entrepreneurship, I was working as a nurse and he was working as a manager at Applebee's. And it was those things where, like when you're dating, it's like, oh, I can't wait to see him because y'all have different work schedules.
Right.
And it was, thank God it's Friday because, the weekend we're going to spend time with each other. And we wanted to have that stage, that moment all the time. We wanted to have the moment of being together all the time. We didn't want to have to call out, which he did a lot of when he met me.
Well, I didn't call out a lot. I called out.
It felt like you did.
No, I was just always by your house.
Listen, he called out all the time.
No, that was the first time I ever called out. When I did call out, we
but
went to
after
Jones
that,
Beach.
you was calling out.
Oh yeah, because I didn't care. I made up my mind that I was
Right.
gone.
So we just wanted to spend more time together. And then when I got pregnant, it was even more like, okay, like, we got to figure this out because we definitely knew that we wanted to be present parents.
Right.
We knew that, for my husband, I'm going to share a little bit, he didn't have his mom growing up because his mom passed when he was young, and then he didn't have his dad.
Yeah.
And for me, I had my mom growing up.
Were you talking about me?
Yes.
Oh, well.
And for me, my mom, you worked a lot. So I had her, but she was always working. And if there was anything that we wanted to do as parents, it was to be there more for our children. And so that was very important to us. So going into entrepreneurship wasn't necessarily about the money.
Yeah.
It was more about, I want to build something that my kids could come to. So when we decided to go into the health world, we got our own brick and mortar store.
Yeah.
We was excited about it because after school or whatever the case may be, our kids would come to us in our business. So that's what made us happy.
Yeah, it was really cool because I couldn't have the kids walking around Applebee's, and you couldn't really have the kids around the nursing home.
Hell no.
But when we had our own brick and mortar business, it was a family business.
Right.
From my auntie, from your sister, from my brother, from the kids. I mean, our daughter had her first, was it
birthday.
her third? No, her second?
Probably, I think
No, her first.
It was her first birthday.
Our daughter had her first birthday in our brick and mortar business, and that was very, very exciting because She learned to walk in that store.
She knows how to do push-ups clean.
She know how to do push-up, right? She know how to do push-ups. But
Yeah.
we had a family business.
Right.
And we didn't know at the time we were building legacy.
Right.
And we were working on fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how it started,
Yeah.
where we didn't know that we wanted this freedom of time, freedom. We didn't know what none of that stuff means. And you probably don't even know what freedom of time and freedom of money, none of that stuff means.
Because we're stuck kind of like punching in to pay bills. You know, we got to pay the rent, we got to pay the light, we got to pay the gas, we got to pay the phone bill. And so, you know, it's just like you have to kind of like run this game, this rat race. You kind of have to just work hard to take care of what you got to take care of. And hopefully, you know, you have a few money principles or some money education that you know, like, okay, well, I need to save up some money so when I retire, I have money to live off of. But most of the time, at least for us in our neighborhood with our family, that wasn't the case. You know, these things that we know now, we had to learn over the course of the entrepreneurship years that we were in.
Yeah, we learned a lot of it from strangers. And one of the biggest thing that I realized is a lot of people, they want to have that dynamic duo, or a lot of relationships, they want to have that dynamic duo, power couple or a power team relationship. And they want to create a business that they control the money, they control the freedom of time, and that they can get their kids involved. They just don't know how to do it.
Right.
So this video, we want to be a little transparent, a little open, and kind of share some of the stuff that we went through to build, you know, this successful business that we have, and just this lifestyle that we have, where it's not always easy, but you know, there's some tough days and some tough times, but you know, it's worth it.
Right.
So that's what this video is about. In this video, we're going to go over some of the things that we've had to learn, some of the mindsets we've had to develop, some of the mindsets we had to erase. And we're going to share you guys and update you guys on what we've discovered now, because we're going to give you 7 years, and we're going to fast forward to 7 years, and how you could speed that up for yourself, and you could have that same level of success, and you could have that in, I would say, 12 to 18 months. I don't want to say a week or a day, but 12 to 18 months. Because even if I gave you the systems, even if I gave you our websites, even if I gave you all of the digital products that we had, without the mindset, without the belief, without the confidence, without the coaching, you're probably still not going to make it. It's going to be hard for you. So I would say 12 to 18 months. In 12 to 18 months, you can accomplish some of those things.
Right.
So I know we've done a couple businesses. What would you say? What industry have we dabbled in? What industry have we touched in now? Looking at it now, you can say, oh, that makes sense while we know the skills we know now. What are some of the industries we've been in? You want to share that?
We've been in network marketing. From network marketing, we've been in network marketing on the health side. We've been in network.
How many network marketing companies?
We've been in I don't know, like 4 or 5.
Well, we were in Primerica. Well, we were in Herbalife.
We were in Herbalife, yeah.
Primerica. What's next after Primerica?
I'm Academy.
Academy.
Envision You.
And we learned a different skill in every single one of them.
For each one was different. But prior to that, I've been chasing. Okay, I've been in other network marketing.
I was in Cutgo.
I was in TLC.
You was in TLC? I did Cutgo. I was cutting the penny.
Listen, we did a few,
right.
A part of our journey.
And what's powerful about that, the fact that we come from a network marketing background, in every network marketing company we were in, we were like, we're going to be number one. We're going to win. We're going all the way to the top. We're winners. We're champions. We're superstar. We want it bad. And we showed up and we showed out.
Right.
And for some reason, something happened always that made us had to pivot and go into another company.
Right. Yeah, we were success. So here's the thing. It's so interesting because the goals that we made in each company that we went into, we actually hit those goals.
Yeah.
What happened is when I look back to it, we didn't dream bigger.
We didn't dream bigger. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it was like
Wow.
a certain level, and we did hit the level.
Yeah.
It was a certain amount of money, and we did hit the certain amount
trophies.
of money. It was trophies, and we did hit the trophies. So as I look back on it, dinners,
yacht parties,
all of that. I built a team, everything. Yeah. As I look back on it now, it's like, man, like, it's not that we stopped or we didn't go to the top. The goals that we had set for ourselves was small.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a gem right there.
It was small, where it was like we could have went further.
That's a gem right
but
there.
there was pivots. There were pivots because of life.
Yeah.
Not necessarily pivots because we didn't put in the work. It was pivots because of life.
Yeah, that's a gem right there. We did hit every goal we had.
Hit every goal.
The goal we had was just a small goal.
Right.
We had a goal to be the #1 cash earner in Primerica. We had a goal to be MVPs for the Northeastern region.
Yep.
Speak at this leadership school.
Yep.
Be in front of an audience of over 3,000 people.
And we did it.
Speak at the SDS. Help the community lose over 3,000 pounds. Get promoted in Academy. Build a trading account. We had all of those things.
Yeah, we did. Like, there's nothing that we didn't put our minds to that we didn't get done. But what I'm realizing now is we could have, at that time, we could have probably just made bigger goals.
So what would you say? So now you saying have bigger goals. What would you say is a big goal for us to have now? I know we talk about this all the time, and you're probably like, Damo, you're always switching up on me.
Right.
But what would you say for the direction of 2024? Let's go with the next 6 years.
Okay.
6 years. What would you say we're looking at for the next 6 years till 2030?
I would say financially independent.
Financially independent?
Financially independent. And when I say financially independent, I mean like our bills and everything are on automatic.
Okay. Now, is that financial? Because we learned that there's different levels of financial independence. There's financial independence for you. There's financial independence for you and me. There's financial independence for you and me, the kids. There's financial independence for you, me, the kids, and family members, and generational financial independence. What are we looking at?
You already know, if I'm thinking big, I'm thinking about family generations to come.
Okay,
all of that.
cool.
You feel what I'm saying?
Just clarify that. Just clarify that.
All of that is just financial independence holistically. For my kids, for my family, holistically for like 10 generations to come. Just like, you know, I'm talking about some wealthy stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's important because, you know, we had a chance to learn of the different levels of financial independence. And financial independence is basically, if your expenses are $5,000 a month, that means you have created assets, or you have created a system where the system is now paying you $5,000 a month or more for a certain amount of time. So let's say your expenses is $5,000 a month, you need $60,000 a year. If you have $60,000 a year saved, that means you are financially independent for 1 year.
Right.
What we're looking at is financial independence for generations. So that's a couple hundred years.
Right.
That's a couple hundred years.
And you know why we laughing like that?
A couple hundred years.
Because we're like, damn, that's a lot of money.
That's a couple hundred years. You need a couple zeros and a couple commas.
Okay. However, can it be done? Yeah.
Yeah, because there are people out there who have enough money for 4 or 5 generations. And if they can have enough money for 4 or 5 generations, you too can have enough money for 4 or 5 generations, right? You know, even with that, what would you say over the past few years, some of the skills that we've learned, or some of the skills that, you know, somebody on this call, somebody who's going to watch this video, what would you say are some of the skills that they would need to learn to come through this process?
I would say the #1 skill is taking a hold of your mindset. I think that had to be, because like the days that rent was due and we didn't have the money, the days that our car was about to get repossessed, well, it did. The days that the eviction notice was on the door. The days that
we went through a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
we went through a lot of stuff.
And I'm sharing this because the days that, you know, we didn't have diapers to put on our kids, on our kids. The day that when we would open the fridge, the food stamps was done, and when we opened the fridge, we was like, well, we was eating shrimp and salmon like just last week, and then I didn't renew my notice, and then now we like water. Ramen noodle, you know, those days are when you're in it, it hurts because you're like, I never want to be in this position again. But those days are also the days that make you. And what kept us going is the fact that #1, you know, we had faith in God, And then number two, we knew from personal development in all the industries that we've been in that you have to take control of your mindset, and you have to take control of what you're saying to yourself.
Right.
Not to say do not feel the emotions, not to say do not feel the pain, but don't let the pain sit in you so long that it just deteriorates you.
Right.
And so just being able to just kind of overcome them as you're going through them, if that makes sense.
Now that makes a lot of sense. I think that's a big one, and I'm actually, I kind of knew you was gonna go that route because when I say skill, a lot of times when we say skill, we talk about something tangible, whether it's selling, marketing, or something like that. And you said taking hold of your mindset, because when you get in this line of work, if you have nobody in your family who's ever done it, then the odds are against you.
Right.
You have everything working against you because you've never seen it. You've never experienced it. You don't know what it looked like. You don't know what it feel like. So you're trying to accomplish something in your bloodline that's never been done. So, taking control of your mindset is very, very strong.
Yeah. What would you say is a skill?
I would say another skill that you would need to master is how to raise your belief system over and over and over and over.
That's good.
Over and over.
Over and
over. Raise it every time.
Over and over. Yeah.
When we were in Primerica, we had a chance to meet a millionaire in Frank Dillon, and he became a millionaire very quickly. He became a millionaire, I think, in like 13 months in the insurance business.
And showed other people how to be millionaires too.
Right. He showed other people how to do it. Right. He showed 3 people how to do it as well. So he was considered one of the legends in the company. And when I asked him, I said, hey, if there's something that we could work on, what is that one thing that we can work on? And he said, raise your BS. He said, raise your BS. And at the time, I was like, raise my BS? Like, what do you mean, raise my bullshit? Like, what do you mean, raise my BS?
Right.
And he said, no, raise your belief system. He said, raise your belief system to a level higher where you could believe bigger, where you could believe stronger, where you could believe faster. And he said, don't just raise it once, raise it again, and raise it again, and raise it again. And that's something that, we've been constantly doing is, hey, raise it. Raise your belief system to know that, hey, you can make $1,000 a day. Raise your belief system to know that, hey, you can make $1,000 in 1 hour. Raise your belief system to know that, hey, you can make money while you're sleeping.
Raise your belief system to understand that house that you always looked at, you can get it.
Yeah.
Raise your belief system to understand that car that you always wanted, you can have it.
You can have it.
Raise your belief system to know that relationship that you wanted to have with a friend, a family, or whoever, you can get it.
Right.
So it's not just materialistic stuff. It's not just about money. It's about everything.
Yeah.
And a step that helped us to raise our belief system, because I'm a very tangible person. So it's like, how do I do that?
Yeah.
It's as simple as we used to go to $1 million homes. We used to have, we called it experience days, and
I got a good one. Do you, so you want to maybe give them a little tangibility. How can somebody watching this, how can they go view $1 million home?
So
what did we used to do?
I think we went. It wasn't Zillow. What was it?
It was Redfin.
It was Redfin. So we went to Redfin.com.
It was an app. It was the app. Download the Redfin app.
And we downloaded the app, and then when we downloaded the app, we went and we put $1 million
homes. Yeah.
And so we was like, all right, they're having an opening.
Yeah, we went to the open houses because to go to the regular ones, you had to send over your ID and you had to send over proof of funds.
Right. So,
we ain't had that.
So luckily for this one, we didn't have to show that.
It's open house.
And we was like, yo, auntie, we about to go to... we didn't have a card that time. We was using auntie cards. So we was like, yo, auntie, we about to go look at this house. And I think we took some of the kids with us.
We took all the kids with us. We took everybody with us. We pile up in the car. We pile up in the Nissan Rogue. And how long did we drive?
It was like a good, almost 45 minutes to an hour.
More than that. We drove from Queens all the way up to Westchester, New York, all the way up past Terrytown.
Okay.
We drove all the way up there.
So it was at least an hour drive.
Yeah.
And so we get there, and listen, we put on our best clothes.
Yeah.
We called our best clothes.
we was
we
dressed
put on
to
our
the T.
best clothes. And we went, and then I was like, "Yo, babe." Throughout the time we're driving in the car, I was like, "Yo, babe, you know, we don't have the letter, the offer letter. Was it an offer letter?
It's proof of funds.
Proof of funds letter.
Yeah.
And I forgot what you told me. You was like,
so the lady asked me.
You was like, you don't need proof of funds letter if you paying all cash.
Yeah. So the lady asked me. She was like, "Hey, you know, if you were to consider buying this home,
right?
Do you have, you know, proof of funds, or do you have like bank approval?"
Right.
And I said to the lady, I said, I would only need proof of funds or approval letter if I'm going through the bank. I said, you don't need that when you're buying cash.
Ballsy, okay?
I said, you don't need that when you're buying cash.
I would have walked away. I was
you don't need that when you're buying cash.
I would have done one of these.
And she said, cash?
Yeah.
I said, yeah. She said, what do you do? I said, I came into some money.
Right.
I said, I came into some money. I came into a family inheritance.
Right. So we went inside the place, and man, it was an experience. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. I'm talking about like the entrance to the how high the ceiling was, to the chandelier, to the fact that the kitchen was marble, to the fact that the bathroom has like those tubs that you see on reality TV. The bedrooms and
two kitchens.
Two kitchens.
What is the second kitchen called? I think it was called a chef's kitchen.
Right.
Yeah, two kitchens.
And the closet, like you could see, like, you know, the person had a lot of jewelry, and you know, the lady who was selling the home, you know, her kids no longer lived there, and she was like, you know, I need something a little bit more compact. I don't need all this space. Was there a pool in the back?
There was a pool.
There was a pool in the back.
There was an indoor pool, outdoor pool.
There was an indoor and an outdoor pool. Yeah. And, you know, it was one of those things where, because we saw it exist, we was just like, I don't know if it's necessary that we wanted it at that time, but it was just like more like, wow, there's people living like this.
Raise your belief system.
Right.
System.
And even driving around our neighborhood, you know, we used to drive in Westbury. Westbury had the big houses, and we would drive there all the time because he would have to come pick me up from work.
Yeah.
And so instead of us taking
Eastern Long Island,
of us taking the short way home, we would take the long way home so that we could just look at the houses. And lo and behold, we're actually in one of the houses now.
We used to drive. So if you're from New York, you know about Garden City.
Right.
Garden City in Long Island. You know, when you're driving in Garden City has some nice houses.
Yeah.
Some nice houses. And we in Queens, the houses in Queens don't look like the houses in Garden City.
Houses in Queens is alright though.
But they're alright though. They just close together.
Right.
They're just close together.
Right. They're just like me and Davo right now.
They're just close together. And like you said, we live now in a house that looks like Garden City.
Yes.
I'm talking about there's spider webs in the ceiling that I can't reach it.
Period.
I can't reach the spider webs, and I can't reach the spider webs. You know.
Period.
And sometimes I wonder, like, how did we get here? Like how did we get here? You know, how can you manifest?
And it's
gotta go see some things, right? It's like, how did we get here? And the thing is, we got here years ago.
Yeah.
We just didn't get here physically.
Right.
But our mind, our desires, our heart, you know, our conversation, our vocabulary,
all the books. Yeah.
Right. You know, when we moved from New York, remember we moved from New York?
Yeah.
What was the most prized possessions we had leaving New York?
Our books. We was leaving clothes, we was leaving everything, but we took our books. Like I was that girl who my mom had to force me to read or open a book.
Yeah.
Or I used to love reading the Zane books.
Yeah.
And as I got older, had kids, and you know we met each other, I was reading before, but we just dived into it much more because it's facts, y'all. Like when they said that, you know, if you don't want to know how to get there, it's in a book. It's literally in a book. The answer is in a book, y'all. Like, so it's like don't take these books and stuff for granted. It's whatever you have an issue in, a problem in, you don't feel confident, there's a little book about it. You don't feel that you have an abundant mindset, which means you don't believe that you can, there's a book about it. It's like borrow their beliefs. Borrow what they've been through, borrow their experience, and that's what has helped us.
Yeah, you know, just to compliment what you're saying, Another skill that I would say somebody can do, and looking back at it now, a lot of times we shame network marketing companies, but I think for somebody starting out, one of the best things you can do is join a network marketing company. Because when you join a network marketing company, you have access to mind on tap, right? You have access to the mindset of somebody who has money. And they have a financial interest in you because when you make money, they make money, and they override that. So they want to see you make money.
Right.
So one, you have access to a millionaire, right? You can call them, you can ask them questions, and that helped us out a lot. So one of the things that we always did, whenever they had a contest, we always won that contest.
Yeah.
Because the contest would be, we going on a yacht party, we going on a mansion party, or we're going to another person's office, and we would always get in that environment.
Mastermind live Q&A
right.
with those people.
Right.
And you know, our family used to look at us like, why y'all driving all the way there? Because the answers that we looking for is not gonna be coming from you.
Right.
Because we know we want more. You know,
Right.
God instills certain aspects within us that we may not understand, but the fact that you want more is because God knows like you're supposed to actually have more, but you got to tap into those things. Another thing that I would add to what you're saying with the network marketing thing, because we've been in so many network marketing, what I would recommend is, number one, join a network marketing that you personally like. That's number one.
Yeah.
And then number two, don't just go sign up with anybody.
Yeah.
Because there are vultures in network marketing. You know, there are people and like high level people who do have a personal interest in you and really don't give a damn.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I had to go back, I would make sure to go back into network marketing and choose who I want my coach to be. Not saying that everybody is perfect.
Right.
Because nobody is not. However, I would choose my coach this time coming around based off of how he treats his people, what his people say about him, how many people have had success under him. And not to say that my coach is the one that helps me or helps me get to the success that I need, because at the end of the day, it's still up to you.
Yeah.
But I want a better footing, you know?
Right.
So I'm going to choose the best one possible. And guess what? You can possibly choose the person and the best coach, the best team, and it ended up being terrible.
Right.
However, you know, you went in with the best foot as possible. So that's one thing that if I had to adjust, I would have made sure to choose the team that I wanted to be on.
Right. Another thing too, why I would say go join a network marketing company. I really don't care which one you join. But another reason why I would say that too is because when you get in entrepreneurship for yourself, when you get into starting an online business or any business, whether it's physical, brick and mortar, or online, there are certain tactical skills that you need to learn. And if you don't learn these skills, you need to go pay somebody who has these skills to run it for your business. Robert Kiyosaki said one of the best skills that you can learn is how to sell.
Yeah.
So when you get into network marketing, you have to sell. You have to sell yourself on raising your belief system. You have to sell yourself on the fact that you can do it, but you also have to sell other people to buy your product or to join your team.
Right.
So you're constantly selling.
Right.
So you're constantly selling. So you learn how to sell.
Right.
And the only difference now when you learn those skills there, it's the same skills online. The only thing is you're doing it over the phone. You're doing it through the internet.
Or you're doing it in person.
Right. So, you know, we're going to talk about some of those things that we've learned and how I said we're going to show you how to fast forward your process and kind of cut down that 7 years that we learned.
Right.
So some of the skills that you have to learn, for example, in any business, you have to learn how to bring in customers, right? You got to learn how to bring in customers. In network marketing, this is called prospecting. Right. Online, it's called client attraction. It's called posting 3 to 5 times a day. It's called creating content. It's called making a video. It's called faceless YouTube. It's called faceless Instagram. It's called faceless TikTok. Whatever it's called prospecting.
Yeah.
Right? It's called So when people slide up in your DMs, what they're doing is they prospecting you. They prospecting you. So you have to learn how to bring customers into your business.
Yeah.
Customers is the lifeline of your business. It doesn't matter what you're selling.
Don't.
If you're selling beauty supply, if you're selling hair care products, if you're selling ebooks,
if
digital
you're selling
books,
pet products, the dog
pet
ain't
products,
your customer.
the
It's
dog
the
is your-
owner.
right, it's the
the
owner.
dog owner that's your customer.
if you don't know how to prospect, you're gonna have a beautiful website but no customers.
Right.
Right. So you got to know how to prospect, which online, it's the same thing in the physical world, except online it's just done different.
It's a different approach.
Right. Another thing that we had to learn once we got the phone number of the prospect was you got to learn how to make phone calls. Right. You got to make invitation.
Right.
So an invitation is like making an offer. Hey, come see my offer.
It's a newsletter.
It's a newsletter. Come see my product. Right.
That's the marketing.
That's the marketing. Come,
Yeah.
hey, I have an opportunity meeting. Come down to my office. Well, it's the same thing online.
Right.
Hey, I'm selling these t-shirts. My website is tshirts.com.
Right.
Go buy these t-shirts from me.
Right.
Or, hey, I have this weave that I'm selling. Come look at my weave. That's the invitation.
Right.
Right. So when we got on the phone, we had to learn invitation.
Right.
Another one we had to learn was to do a presentation.
Yeah.
Right. So this here, what we're doing, this is a presentation. Now we're not using a pen and a PowerPoint,
Right.
and we're talking off of the head. But this is a presentation.
Yeah.
So when you invite somebody to see your product, you need to have a presentation. A presentation in the online world would be your website. A presentation would be your funnel.
It'll be your content.
It would be your content. A
Yeah.
presentation would be your videos.
Yeah.
Right? A presentation would be your story. Right? Sometimes you see people make different types of presentations. It's the same skill. It's the same tactic. They're just doing it online.
Over and over.
Over and over
again.
Right.
Yeah.
And then with the presentation, you have to know how to close.
Right.
Right. You have to know how to close. And closing is basically asking questions, getting a level of interest, finding out what the person needs, finding out what their problems are, finding out what their pain points are, and then providing a solution.
Right.
And it's the same thing online. You have to know how to close.
Definitely.
And, there's more things, which is asking for referrals, following up, which is posting 3 to 5 times a day consistently, following up, and, asking somebody to share your content. That is the thing. So I would say go into network marketing, because you can learn those skills tactically, and then you can come in the online space, and then it's a little easier for you to transition, because you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I know what we're doing.
Right.
Just show me how to do it.
And it's not to say that somebody who comes from a 9 to 5 can't go straight into entrepreneurship, because essentially that's what we did. Network marketing was just the first place that we went to. However, coming with a 9 to 5 mindset is crucial when you go into entrepreneurship, because it's a different beast. It's a different beast.
Yeah.
And knowing time management.
Yeah.
Understanding that, you didn't have to get up at 8 o'clock to go punch in for work, but you still got to get up at 8 o'clock to punch in for yourself.
Yeah.
Mastering your minutes. And what that means is, like, for every hour, for every minute is very important that you master it, because now you do not have somebody over your shoulder telling you what to do. You got to tell yourself what to do.
Yeah.
And also another thing is understanding what is the most important thing to do that's going to yield you the best results.
Yeah.
So if your results is, you hear that, baby?
Yeah.
If the results is that you want to be able to make this amount of income within the next 72 hours, then you can't sit there and write a newsletter all day, because that's not going to yield you the money that you're trying to make. So understanding and acting accordingly to what's important to yield the result that you're looking for, and working backwards from that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a whole big thing, but there's what has helped us is books like Atomic Habit, books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, books like The E-Myth.
It's so much.
It's so much.
It's so much.
YouTube, podcasts, all of these things.
What about rejection? Handling rejection. There's nothing like calling somebody and inviting them to see your offer and them tell you no. or they say and they don't show.
Right. You have to, I think the best book for that was Go for No.
Yeah.
And you have to have, it's not necessarily thick skin, but you have to understand that these people, whoever it is that you're speaking to, are not saying no to you, they're saying no to the opportunity.
Yes.
So don't equate the opportunity to you.
Yes.
And what ends up happening is that your feelings get hurt because you think that they're saying no to you, but no, they're saying no to the opportunity.
Yes.
And so you have to really detach yourself from it and understand, like, I'm okay with your no because I might get 10 no's, but once I get that yes, I get that yes. And all the no's don't matter. As a matter of fact, the no's end up being a lesson for you where you're like, man, I'm happy I went through all these no's because now I know how to overcome certain questions, certain objections that they have. Because once they said, no, I don't want to do this because I don't know how I'm going to make money from it, what did you have to do? You had to critically think on how you would... You would have to critically think on how you would have to let them know this is how you're going to make money from me.
Yeah.
And then the next time you met somebody who said, oh, well, no, because I don't know how I'm going to make money from you, you would just be spitting it out really easy. Like, no, this is how you're going to make money from me because you were able to go through that experience. And so now when you're explaining it, it's just more simpler.
We had a book. We had a notebook. And the notebook was called Overcoming Objections. So whenever somebody would tell us no, so let's say we were selling insurance and somebody would say, I don't need any insurance because I'm not going to die anytime soon.
Right.
We would write it down, not going to die anytime soon. And then we would go to our coach or our mentor and we would say, what do you say when somebody says this? And then they would say, well, are you God? How do you know when your zip code is going to change?
Right.
Let me tell you a story.
Right.
And then we would write that down and we would write the story down word for word. And then we would have a tape recorder and we would put the tape recorder right in front of that person's mouth and we would record the response.
Right.
Then we would go home, we would play the tape recorder back and then we would read the notes. And the next time we heard that objection, we would murder it.
And you know what's so interesting? We would never hear that objection again.
We would never hear that objection again. It'll be another one. It'll be another one.
And just to go back a little bit, the reason that we said network marketing is, let's take network marketing out. The point of that is to share with you that it's important to have a coach or a mentor.
Yeah. Brains on tap.
Brains on tap. It's the network marketing just kind of just put the whole entrepreneurship world right at your feet and you just have to learn everything, all those skills in one place. However, the point of that is basically us sharing, like, if you decide to go into entrepreneurship, have people around you who are in entrepreneurship to kind of guide you. And if you don't, cool. There's YouTube, there's Google, there's a whole bunch of other things. But the whole point was to have coaches and mentors to assist you along the journey. Because what ends up happening is you can't answer those questions for yourself.
Yeah.
And you can't sit there and go ask your best friend, what do you think that I should do about this marketing email because I want them to buy? Your best friend, she works in HR. What she knows? She may know something, but she doesn't know what you need the answer to based off of what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, you need high level conversations with high level people. And when I mean high level people who's been through it, who have had success in it to share with you what you should do step by step.
Yeah. It's like they would say to us, if you're walking through a landmine field, and there are landmines planted on the ground, wouldn't you want to have a map that tell you every spot that have a landmine so you could avoid the landmine? You don't want to step on it because it's going to explode and you're going to die.
Right.
So, like my wife said, network marketing, it just gave you access to coaching and mentorship for cheap.
Right.
Right? Because nowadays you got to pay $2,000 for a mastermind, $10,000 for a mastermind. You got to join somebody's coaching program. It's $97 a month and you got to pay. Yeah. Right? You got to pay or else you're not getting that mentorship. Right. And we recommend you pay.
Right.
But if you don't want to pay for that monthly membership.
Well, it's not if you don't want. That's another thing that we need to readjust. It's not that you don't want. If you have the money, do the right thing and pay for it.
You got to pay.
You just make sure you did your research and you know that this person is legit. But the mindset of you don't want, no. If you have the money, pay to get the mentorship, because you paying to get the mentorship, the results that you're trying to yield is going to be like 10, 20 folds.
Right. If you don't pay, you're going to pay.
You're going to pay another
You're going to pay. You're going to pay with your mistakes. Right. So with that being said, guys, that's, there's a lot much more we can share with you, but we don't want to kind of just do that all day because we do have to wrap up. The kids are upstairs. But let's fast forward now. So that's 7 years. We started this journey in 2015.
Right.
What's that? 9 years later.
Yeah.
So here we are 9 years later, right? Those are the struggles. Those are the pain points. somebody coming into the game now and they're ready to start their first online business and they want to make money from home.
Right.
What would you say that they can do? Because we found out about digital marketing, and we found out about done for you products and done for you systems. How would you say now we can share that with somebody, or what would you say that they could do now to kind of speed up their success?
You got to figure out what you want, because there's different areas, there's different niches. You got to figure out what you want to do. If it's in the health world, if it's in relationship, if it's in online space, if it's in marketing, if it's in consulting, you got to figure out what you want to do. And then you got to figure out what product and service are you comfortable with providing to your clients.
Right.
Once you figure that out, it's all about marketing and just putting yourself out there. That's what it's all about. Putting yourself out there and providing value. Providing value for the products or services that you have. And, just to kind of like wrap things up, we're really excited because we have been in the digital marketing space for the past 7 years, in a sense, because of the network marketings, because of the brick and mortars. We had to learn. What's interesting is it's called digital marketing, but we have been doing digital marketing, but didn't know the term for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And what we found was, master resale. And in the master resale, we realized, like, man, when I went through it, I said, oh my God, this is exactly what I needed 5 years ago, step by step, in order for me to have an online presence, in order for me to have customers, in order for me to build an online business. And so we're really excited about it because this is exactly what you need if you feel that you're in a position where you're stuck. Where you still haven't figured out this online marketing world and how to promote yourself, how to put yourself out there. It literally goes step by step and shows you exactly what you need to know. It even, like, there's people who even ask questions about, what kind of LLC should I start? It's in there. Yeah. There's people who ask questions on how do I use ChatGPT to write an ebook? It's in there. There's people who ask, okay, well, how do I figure out who my target audience is? It's in there. Right. If you wanted to figure out, okay, what niche should I be in? It's in there. So it's like all the questions that you would have is like one book or one course that has everything that you're looking for in that one thing. And the crazy thing is that we paid thousands of dollars. I'm talking about, which I'm not complaining about, but we paid thousands of dollars to learn bits and pieces of this whole world.
Right.
Now this whole world is in one world for not thousands of dollars, is literally less than $500.
Right.
And so I share that with you because, like, we don't talk about stuff we don't believe in, and we're very authentic, and we try to keep it real with everybody that we speak with. And if we say that this is legit and that this would be a good place or a good fit for you, we're honest about it. And the great thing about us is we're not just people who talk. Like, oh, you get something and then now you don't have the community or you can't ask them Q&As. We want to answer all your questions. We want to help you out. We want to show you how to do it. So with that being said, I just wanted to let you know that it's out there. It is in our link bio. If you decided that you kind of wanted to go faceless, that's also in our link bio as well. Because a lot of people is like, well, I don't know how to show up on social media. Yeah. I don't want to show my face. Great. Yeah. That's faceless. It also shows you in the faceless how to pick a niche, how to use social media for you to generate sales. And the best thing about it is the master resale rights. I know you probably are hearing and seeing this all over social media, TikTok, Instagram, and all these things, and you're probably like, oh, this is one of those things that they have going on, and it's probably not for me. Maybe it's not. Right. However, if it is for you, you should really look into it. Like, you miss every shot that you don't take. So with that being said, it's like, if you see something, I'm the type of person, if I see something, I grab it. It may be fake. It may not be real, but I grab it because I need to see what's in it. So if somebody come and ask me, I'm like, no, it's legit, or no, it's not legit. I went through it. Don't go through it. A lot of people are not like that. They're like, yo, I'm not going to put my money in that. I don't want to lose my money. I work hard for money. That's cool. However, I'm letting you know, we're letting you know, we went through it, we seen it, and it's legit.
Right.
What you can do with it is the part that I love the most. The fact that you can sell it.
Right.
That you can sell it to somebody else after you've gone through it too. Don't sell something that you didn't use for yourself. After you've gone through it as well, you can sell it and make income off of it. So if you're the type of person who feels, well, I don't know what product to sell, I don't have an ebook, I don't have a lead magnet, I don't have none of that, it's also all in there as well.
Yeah.
And if you need help on how to kind of just like put it together, or you need some type of clarity on it, we're here to help you. So, you know, we're ending this off sharing with you not a way for you to generate income, but sharing with you a way for you to tap into the ability that you're actually already looking for in just one space.
Yeah. So to make a, you know, just to sum it up, if you're looking for a step-by-step blueprint or a step-by-step formula or a step-by-step system that's easy to follow, has short and quick and simple, easy videos to watch that teach you the A to Z of how to start your online business, how to market your online business, how to promote your online business, and how to make sales in your online business. This is it, right? This is it. Just go to our link profile. There's a couple items on there. There's a simple passive, which is a way to market your business without showing your face. It shows you everything inside of it. And there's a Digital Wealth Academy. They show you how to market your business on social media, on the internet, to work from home and generate an income stream from home. So if that's you and you're like, you know what, 2024, I want to bring in some additional income. Maybe you have a job already. Maybe you don't have a job. Maybe you have a business already. Maybe you just want to learn how to promote your business. This is for you.
Yeah, and don't doubt yourself, you know, like, because, yeah, you know, I know people are like, well, I see them selling the same thing that I've been seeing. Don't doubt yourself.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you're taking an opportunity that you could probably be great in, and you're not even giving yourself a shot.
Yeah, that's a sign. If you see something that you want to do and you see somebody else doing it, it's a sign. It's usually a sign saying, hey, it's possible, go ahead. But what people usually look at is they say, nah, there's too much people doing it. There's oversaturation. I don't want to do it because I don't want to seem like a copycat. I don't want to seem like anybody else. But that's the wrong mentality to have, because Bank of America do not care if Chase Bank is on that same corner.
Right.
Chick-fil-A don't care about Burger King. They set up shop regardless.
And to finish off, like, let's make 2024, you know, with the mindset of, let's stop caring what people think.
Facts.
Let's stop giving a damn what people think. You know, let's start giving a damn what you think, because your opinion is what matters.
Facts.
Ain't nobody paying your bills, okay? Ain't nobody dealing with the stress that you dealing with. Ain't nobody taking care of your kids. Ain't nobody doing none of those things. So let's start having the mindset of, like, I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm going to do what feels right for me. And sometimes you'll do what feels right for you and still get lost in the sauce, or it doesn't happen the way that you expected for it to happen. And it's okay.
Right.
It is part of the process. And this is why I was sharing from before that the mindset is very important. You have to ask yourself, okay, what did I learn from this?
Right.
What did I learn from this that next time moving forward, I will not make that same mistake? That's what it's all about. Like, we're living in this world. We're going through experiences to figure it out.
Right.
Don't nobody know the answer to everything. The only person who does is the person above. So we're going through this world every single day trying to figure out who we are, trying to figure out what to do, trying to figure out who to help. And so just like, cut yourself some slack, stop listening to the people who don't have anything good to say about you, and do what you feel is right for yourself.
Right.
I went on a rant just now.
Nah,
but
it was necessary. It was necessary. So what I'll do is, you know, this is a live stream video. So what I'll do is we'll download this and we'll upload this to our YouTube. But we'll put the description below. The description will be below if you guys want to get access to that same system that we're using. It's a done for you system. It's 90% done for you. Like I said, 90% done for you. The websites are pre-done. The templates are pre-made. The sales funnel is pre-made. The only thing that's missing is your personality, your branding,
and your touch.
And your touch, right? So we'll put a link to that. Also, if you guys go to our link profile, you can kind of scroll through them. You'll see them as there as well, the DWA and the Simply Passive. So once again, this is for somebody who has decided that enough is enough. 2024 will be your year for prosperity, and you want to bring in additional income.
And you don't care what anybody got to say or what anybody's doing, and you don't believe in this whole, oh, it's saturated. Let me tell you something. There's nothing saturated. If things were saturated, Fenty would not come up with a lingerie line.
She said Fenty. Victoria's Secret already got it.
Fenty took out Victoria's Secret.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying to you? So it's like you go to, and you hear this all the time on the bread aisle. How many other breads is there? How many other,
Right.
and they're still creating more bread.
Right. There's still fast food restaurants coming up left and right.
So, stop cutting yourself short. Stop giving yourself excuses. And they're legitimate excuses too. Stop giving yourself excuses not to step into you and believe in yourself to just give it a shot.
Right. So I'll put the description in the link below. And if you want, go straight to our profile. It's The Entrepreneur Couple. That's The Entrepreneur Couple. That's The Entrepreneur Couple. The one and only The Entrepreneur Couple. So with that being said, we're going to wrap up here. So we appreciate you guys. 2024 is your year. If you're ready to start your online business in 2024,
Facts.
you're ready to bring in that additional income, you want to bypass the headache, you want to bypass the stress, you want to save money, you want to save time, we have a 90% done for you system. This is what you call a semi-turnkey business. All you got to do is come in and plug your information in and get to work. And you have support. You have a community of like-minded people. We are there with you. We've been in the online space and the entrepreneur game now going on 9 years. So we are not new to this, but there's other people just like you. So you have help. So the link is going to be in our profile, but I'll also drop the description below. So if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and you've decided that this is your year to go win and win big and go win big and go win big. Big. Right?
We got your back. We're here to help you.
So we're going to wrap this up here, guys. So we appreciate you guys. Also, again, make sure you're following The Entrepreneur Couple. Go check out our profile. Go check out our page. Plenty of valuable content on there. Guys, we do not post junk. That's one thing about us. We do not post junk.
We post a little bit of our shenanigans, but it's not junk.
We don't post junk, right? We know that your time is precious and your time is valuable. And TikTok got too much junk on there already, so we do not post junk.
Right.
So we appreciate you guys. If you guys got anything you want us to talk about, send us a message, drop it in the comment. And if you see us in the street, you could holler at us.
Yeah.
We are friendly. We are really nice people. And we appreciate all the people double tapping the screen. We appreciate the roses. I saw Fit and Quirky on here tapping the screen. I see Lori Spo on here tapping the screen. Guys, we appreciate the love. We appreciate the feedback. We love you guys and we appreciate y'all.
Yep.
All right. So we'll catch you guys until next time.
Later.
All right. Peace, guys.